Hey, what's up everybody, it's me, Weeb here, and welcome to my first ever attempt at an anime analysis video. Today's video will be a full-on analysis and breakdown on Chakra from the series Naruto. We're going to break it down into three main sections, and we'll be covering, which will be Chakra's origins, how is it used, and unique usage. I'll get more into that when we get started, so if you have not already, make sure to Rasengan that like button, and almighty push the subscribe button for more content from me, and let's just get right into the video. In the universe of where Naruto takes place that Kishimoto created, the way Chakra came into the world was rather unique. The Otsutsuki clan is a race of humanoid aliens who, similar to the Saiyans from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, pillage other worlds for their resources that they need in order to survive, and to thrive as a species, in fact. These beings, however, instead of pillaging the actual worlds and their resources themselves and selling them for profit, would pillage the nature energy and the energy of those plants and consume it for themselves. Residing on these worlds, they would use a special method that was called the Divine Tree. This method of using the Divine Tree would drain the chakra out of the land and kill any living things that enter its radius. It's said that every about 1,000 years or so, these trees would produce a chakra fruit. Now, you may or may not be wondering, what exactly is a chakra fruit? What's so special about it? And, well, a simple explanation for both those questions is that it's what created Chakra in the Naruto universe in the first place. The chakra fruit is what the Otsutsuki clan travels across dimensions to find. It is, in fact, one of the reasons their race has grown to become so powerful in the Naruto world. Anyway, if you have watched Naruto Shippuden, and most recently Boruto, not Borutrash, but Boruto, then you would know that these Otsutsuki clan members are key in creating the chakra that is used by shinobi. One of the members of the Otsutsuki, Kaguya Otsutsuki, would have been tasked to retrieve the chakra fruit from Earth, where the story of Naruto actually takes place, or Naruto's Earth. However, Kaguya would fail her mission. Instead, as she resides on the planet for some length of time, she would lead to the creation of the two brothers Hagoromo and Hamura, her two sons. They would each have a portion given to them of their mother's chakra, which Kaguya had used and displayed to the humans around that time period. As what is known, Kaguya, now known as the Rabbit Queen for the humans, would be discovered for her involvement of the chakra tree by her two sons, who would eventually discover about her original intent of coming to Earth and decide to seal her away, and then this would create the Ten Tails, as well as make its seal, which would be sealed onto the moon. Anyway, that leads us to the creation of ninjutsu eventually. Ninjutsu was the peaceful use of chakra which Hagoromo, as well as who we would know would become the Sage of Six Paths, would teach to the humans. However, this use of chakra to connect people would eventually evolve into what's now known today as ninjutsu, a more weaponized version of chakra usage. The way of using chakra would have come from Indra Otsutsuki, one of the two sons of Hagoromo. Indra would have been taught this ability from Black Zetsu, who would have originally told him about how he could weaponize chakra. Ninjutsu would lead the way into the future of chakra, as well as more techniques that types of jutsu under this category would be learned. Now, as we've already established, chakra is the energy that living things have. Looking more into practical usage, we can see that there are two types of chakra energies that normal people can use. These being the physical energy that shinobi use for movement as well as any other physical tasks, along with the second type being spiritual energy, the kind used for producing jutsu itself. There's also a third type of energy that's much more rare that's used by humans as well, but more so used by animals. This energy is called nature energy, more commonly now known as senjutsu. Only humans who have mastered the ability to absorb chakra from the surrounding air and living organisms can use this technique. Moving away from that for now, though, and more onto using the two energies of physical and spiritual, chakra can be used very differently. But here are the two most common ways that we've seen it being used in the anime, and manga as well. These two methods would be hand seals and chakra control. Starting off with hand seals, there are currently 12 basic hand seals, and the 12 are named after the Chinese zodiac symbols, as you can see on screen. Each seal has different unique hand placement. Some common hand seals, like tiger, are associated with specific nature releases, like fire, as we've seen before with now Sasuke using the tiger seal in order to create the fireball jutsu. Anyway, chakra natures are the types of chakra that one is able to use when they're born. At the current timing of this recording of this video, there are only currently 5 chakra natures in all, which are elemental natures, being wind, water, earth, lightning, and fire. Some families in general have genes that are more proficient in certain chakra natures. For example, most Uchiha members can actually use fire release from birth, as that's their natural chakra nature that they can use. Hand seals, on the other hand, can direct the chakra in your body and chakra paths to create jutsu, as well as transfer normal chakra into other chakra natures. Chakra paths are the paths within the body that chakra can flow through, and it's also what the Byakugan can see to shut down using its own ability of the Gentle Fist. It has main areas that are called the chakra points, in which they help direct chakra, similar to actual blood vessels in real life. The second type of way of chakra is used is through chakra control techniques. Generally, these have only been used by Naruto Uzumaki as well as his fellow family members like Minato and Boruto, and these are ninjutsu that don't require hand seals to be used. Some examples of this being the Rasengan, the Rasen Shuriken, as well as the Tail Beast Bijou Bombs. Chakra control, unlike hand seals, relies completely on making your chakra more dense as well as controlling its flow in order to make it more powerful than it would be on its own, thus the name of chakra control. The third Hokage also had very good chakra control, and many other shinobi practice it as well, even if they don't use it practically in battle. Of course, there are other uses for chakra as well, as it's possible to theoretically create an infinite amount of different jutsu techniques. Some of these being brands of chakra that are almost unusable to others, which, speaking of which, we'll get into now. Certain families in the Naruto world have unique ways of utilizing chakra. These are called the Kekkei genkai. The Kekkei genkai, or bloodline limits, have different types. Some are the dojutsu, like the Byakugan, Sharingan, Rinnegan, and so on, with most recently the Jogan being the new one, and Tensugan and such. But there are other Kekkei genkai, which are usually made by combining 2 types of chakra natures together to create something new. Hashirama, the first Hokage, as an example of this, had wood release, a combination of both water and earth natures. The Kekkei Toda is another usage of chakra. This is when a user combines 3 different chakra natures together. This was shown in the anime and manga as particle release, used by the second Tsuchikage as well as Onoki himself. Yin and Yang types of chakra. These are also a unique type of chakra nature that Naruto and Sasuke both displayed using. In Yin and Yang, the reincarnation cycle of Indra and Ashura is very much affected by this as well. And generally, their karma as well as their nature of who they are personality-wise can determine what kind of type they can use, yin or yang. But that's a topic for a different video. Yin-Yang release, as has been shown by Naruto, actually has the ability to nullify all ninjutsu and is outside of the elemental natures of which we've already described. Different types of usability is also derived from medical ninjutsu, as we've already seen used by Lady Tsunade as well as other medical ninja in the field. This type of jutsu is used to heal people, as by the name, as well as focuses much more on chakra control than other types of fighting styles. Rather than using hand seals more like battle shinobi, some examples of this, as we've already stated, are Sakura and Tsunade's extremely dense chakra punches, where they charge focus chakra densely into their fists to create a heavy amount of damage. This is how Sakura and Tsunade, who don't appear to be physically powerful, you can create extremely heavy blows with ease. Kawato's chakra scalpel is another example of this usage. By using chakra to create a thin blade, he can sever things without even requiring any chakra metal like we can see Asuma use in the anime with his chakra kunai. Sealing jutsu is another unique type of jutsu in which the user who can use chakra to seal away or release seals to attack or defend, or even to use unique in styles like the flying Raijin, just like Minato could use, and actually teleport himself. Generally, though, people who can actually use seals are rather good as well as having sensory abilities of some kind, though that's not always the case, as you can see with Kiba's ability of sensory, which is a different type altogether. Anyhow, that leaves us with the last topic of this video, which is the tailed beasts. The tailed beast chakra, as you already know, was derived from Kaguya, as we stated earlier in this video. However, it's this chakra that gives the Jinchuriki, the people who actually have the tailed beast sealed inside of them using sealing jutsu, or Fuin jutsu, that gives them their unique powers. The Jinchuriki from the 1 through 8 tails being able to fully transfer into their respective tailed beasts. This gives the Jinchuriki a massive power boost in strength and chakra. However, most can't use jutsu in this form, as has been displayed with well, we can see Yuki as well as Killer B not really using any chakra and any chakra techniques in this form. However, this is very, very different for the Ninetales case. In the Ninetales Jinchuriki form, it is incredibly unique in that the Ninetales Jinchuriki, if Kurama as well as the Jinchuriki themselves can do it together, can access different modes of chakra. Naruto Uzumaki in his full KCM QB chakra mode can actually use jutsu in his full nine-tailed fox form, as he displayed in his battle against Sasuke Uchiha in the Valley of the End, by creating massive Rasen Shuriken, as well as other techniques like Shadow Clone Jutsu in this massive form. He even has access to other forms, such as lower evolutions of this form, like KCM 1, 2, and so on. Anyway, he can even stack this with Sage Mode, creating an even more powerful form, and not even mentioning the abilities he gains after he gets the Sage of Six Paths powers from being the Asha reincarnation. Anyway, if that pretty much ends the video. I hope everyone who has made it to the end can drop a like, as well as let me know how I did for this first part. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be trying to make more of these breakdown videos, hopefully. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.